my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. The girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, it never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling the law. Fuck around, they clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We're doing it live, ladies and gents. We're doing it live. Welcome to the show. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Let's go. Let's go. Show me some love in the chat room as we get started for today's live trading session. Using, of course, Bloodalytics. That's the money maker right there for us. So I don't have any trades out the gate. I try to give you a free trade going into the live stream, but unfortunately we can take a look at this really quickly. The trades have already taken place. We did have a short on Ethereum right before the US session. It was about I want to say 9:13 a.m. We toggled, we went back and forth here a few times, and finally we picked a direction, and we were able to take 50% of the profits off that trade. Now, granted, these moves here, if you were trading this early, this is why I say don't trade pre-US zone. If you're using the Bloodalytics system, I would trade post-US open. Typically, that's what I would do. Now, it doesn't guarantee you. Sometimes even during the session, early in the session, you get these like back and forth situations. You got to trade through it. Don't give up, because it's not going to do that the whole session. It's going to pick a direction, and usually after it does that coil, it's like a coil up, right? Pressure is building, it shoots into one direction, like we saw right here this morning. But even more importantly, we saw it big time happen. I want to say it was, what day was that? Monday or Tuesday? Let's go back and look. This move here, I believe. No, it wasn't that one. Shit, I can't find it. Maybe it was on another pair. This move on Tuesday was a nice one. If you would have caught that before. Boom. I mean, we just took off. And we didn't close this trade until literally the next day session. Okay. So just got to trade through it. Keep your trade sizes low. And that's how you are able to successfully trade the Bloodalytics system. You got to keep your trade sizes low. I would say manually trading 5% to 10% of your margin per trade. Your double downs, you add another 5%. So if you're just trading, like I said, you're scalping. If you're scalping, this is what I'm talking about. 5% on the first trade. If it comes back, we get the second long or second short. You add another 5% to 2 to 5% on the second short, and then that's when, that's how you keep your risk together and your risk profile down. And that's how you stay in the game and win when the big one comes. Like we saw here, boom. We saw here, boom. That was yesterday's session. We went short. But first we went long, then we turned around and went short. So you want to keep that. You don't want to get tapped out of your day, blowing the account or losing so much. Now you're revenge trading, and you're now trying to trade even bigger on the next. And so if the next trade was, a loss, you're really exponentially compounding your losses. So keep it fixed, 5%, 2 to 5% of your margin per trade, per signal, per trade. Okay. And you'll get it. You'll get the win for the day if you just keep trading and keep your trade sizes the same. And boom, you'll have that situation. So as of right now, we're not in a trade. US zone just opened up. We got man, what do you guys think is going to happen over the weekend? Today, we have Trump, Putin. I believe they're meeting today. Let's take a look at the stock market and see what's going on over there. S&P and Dow hit record highs ahead of big weekly gain after solid retail sales. Where's the Trump news? Did they meet in Alaska? Nothing is off the table as Trump and Putin set to meet. This was an hour ago. We'll look into that in a second. We also had this morning your retail sales, and you had Empire State Manufacturing. So Trump speaks sometime today. It's tentative right now. But we did have U of M inflation expectations and consumer sentiment. Sentiment's down. Came in worse than forecast. Not a surprise to me. Shouldn't be a surprise to you. People aren't spending money. They're not feeling good out there spending dollars at retail stores unnecessarily. You know, the American culture, the American way. So as of now, we're flat. I don't have a free trade. I give a free trade every live possible. So we'll stream for another 40 minutes, an hour or so. If we get a trade, you'll get it. You'll get the profit target areas. You'll get the stop loss zones, all that good stuff every stream. So make sure you guys follow this live stream, follow this X account, follow this YouTube account where we're streaming. Follow me on Rumble if you're watching on Rumble, because if you want that free trade, you'll get it during these live streams. Or you don't have to wait for Crypto Blood to come on and do a live stream to find out what the trades are. You can do it yourself. Bloodalytics.com, bloodalytics.com, BLOODALYTICS.com. And you can sign up and get these powerful signals straight to your screen on TradingView. You don't have to have any special advanced account or anything like that. You can have a basic level TradingView account and have access to these powerful tools. So check it out, bloodalytics.com. We got the Scalpalytics, we got the Lunar, and the Hedge Fund. Hedge Fund is, and I have a big announcement I'll be making in a couple of weeks because I'm partnering with another exchange, or an additional exchange for the Hedge Fund signal. This is an automated system. So you set up, you send over, you submit your API keys, and we trade for you. Okay, 2% monthly return is the goal. We've been pretty good at that, I would say. And it's just consistent, low, very low. You're talking about risk management. This trades about 1 to 2% of your margin per trade, but we have about 8 pairs. About 8 pairs that trade simultaneously. So it does add up. So you have a decent amount of risk on the table, but low enough to where one trade won't kill you. Collectively, they will do well, very well for you. So Scalpalytics, this is what I'm using right now, the most popular one, Bitcoin versus ETH. Maybe we should take a look at, we'll do that. I'll take a look at the Scalpalytics Sol BNB chart here in a second. Again, you can scan that QR code. Who we got in the building this morning? We got Epidemic, a big pump or a big dump? No, in between. I hear that. Let's see if it's just another dog and pony show or if they're serious about ending the war. You want to know something crazy about this Trump-Biden situation? And Smitty says they're set up to meet at 3 p.m., which is cool. We have Shout out to everybody watching on X right now. Shout out to everyone watching on X right now. Hit that like button. Follow me. Make sure you guys follow me. We got about 300 people on here right now. Look, the thing about Trump and Putin, they meet at 3. The irony about it, and this is why you can't rely or watch mainstream media. The irony about the whole situation is that the two meeting are the ones that really want to end it, in my opinion. I think that Europe doesn't want it to end. They need a boogeyman so they can blame the crumbling society, the crumbling social contract in Europe. They can blame it on the boogeyman. Someone. They gotta have somebody. So they meet at 3 p.m. This is gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna tune in to see. I personally don't think nothing's gonna happen though. Trump went from saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have a great meeting." You know, I love Putin, all this, and we're gonna hash it out to this is a listening exercise. Round of applause for this is a listening exercise. Don't forget the blackouts happening on between September 16th, 20 and 20th. What blackouts? We got Woo in the building. Shout out to Woo. We got usual suspects, AI Griff in the house. We got D Fuentes in the building. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Show me some love over on Rumble as well. I'm streaming on Rumble. But yeah, guys, the markets are. Let's go ahead and take a look at Scalpalytics Pro with Solana and BNB and see if we can get anything in there. All right, so let's pull that up really quickly. Dun dun dun. Where's my chart? Here we go. Let's bring up Sol and see what we got here on Scalpalytics for Sol and BNB. So, nothing so far. We're still, again, we're in the middle of a lot of trades that are short. We're very bearish. I think fully 100% bearish sentiment with Bloodalytics. Okay. You would be in the money and would have taken profit here. 50% of your profits off this Solana short that occurred during the Eurozone at about 6:30 this morning if you trade Euro. But that 50% take profit here at right at open at 9:30. You've locked in 50% of your profits. So S Chicken, just give you guys, and I'll put up. I have to create a graphic for this, but I'll make a key that explains S Chicken and L Chicken means 50% take profits on S Chicken is a short, 50% of take profits on your long if it's an L Chicken, and then your TPs take profit long, take profit shorts are roughly 30%. 30%. Now we just took an S Chicken on Sui. 50% take profit on Sui. Let's take a look at that really quickly. Yep, there we go. Let me just reset price scale. It's so weird how for some reason the price scales are really messing up, really funky here on TradingView right now. So we did a double. This is what I mean by double short. So you do 5% of your margin here. Boom. Right? The trade goes against you. So you do another 5% here. Bloodalytics would have sent you the signal for that. And now you're 10% in, essentially almost 10% of your margin in on this one trade. And bam, it panned out for you right there. 50% of those take profits there. You're now you've locked in those gains. And I don't know what just happened to my zone, trading zone overlay. There we go. All right, so the trading zone overlay is back. Because I like to see where my time zones are, and I like to see where the channel is. I like to see where the channel is as far as your range for the day coming into the US zone, because we're at the bottom of the range of London. It's possible that we don't we get a bounce here. It's possible we get a bounce here. But London hasn't closed yet. So London has to close for us to lock in where the range is for the rest of the day in the U.S. zone. And we can maybe use that as some gauge for how far down or how far up it will go. Simon Stamper in the house. Good morning, Simone. I'm sorry. Cyber blackouts, where they're shutting down the power grid. Maverick made a YouTube short about it. The elites shutting off the power grid for those days. It's expected in all 50 states, allegedly. Damn, man, I actually hit up Maverick yesterday. We're about to collab on some stuff, so I gotta see if he hit me back. I gotta check that. I didn't know about this, bro. I did not know about this. Anybody else know about this situation here? Planned blackout on September 16th through the 20th. Had no clue. Absolutely no clue. So, Sui, no trade for us. I'm going to go ahead and go on over to, Solana, no trade. BNB, no trade. Sui, no trade because we're already deep in the red, in the green, but we're short on that one. And then XRP, no trade for us either. 3 strikes, you out of here. So I ain't got nothing for you today, ladies and gents. Nothing for you. Markets have moved. But if you want to have these types of signals at your fingertips, you always can join the Bloodalytics Scalping Pro or Lunar. Lunar is another one. We'll take a look at the Lunar in a minute. And have those as your tips. I always suggest with the Scalpalytics, Lunar is a different strategy. Strategy here really is a swing trade strategy. So you end up holding trades much longer. For example, let's bring up Lunar. And Lunar has a great profit factor as well. It's on the 1 hour. So it's much, like I said, it's much longer swing trading strategy. But if you take a look here, I mean, if you would have gone short on the Lunar signal right here, that would have been a nice short trade there. You would have taken profits on the way down. And if you would have bought on the lunar moon, new moon, you would have, run up. I would have told you, and I said this, take profits near. This is why you should have your trend line set up and everything when using this. Take profits up here near these zones. That's a major, trend line. So you always take profit at those trend lines. And is that a double top? Or are we going to get a head and shoulders? This is a 1 hour. Are we going to get a head and shoulders? I don't know. Let me know. AI Griff. How do you feel, my friend? I feel like it's a lot of resistance above us. This 122, 124 zone, it tried it again. The market tried to lift it again. MicroStrategy, and I was shout out to Rice TVX. Shout out to him. Rice told me to watch this video on the podcast. I think it is What Bitcoin Did or something like that. And there was this guy named Andy. I forgot his last name. And the Mr. I call her Mr. Lynn Alden. Clearly it's a man, but it doesn't matter. Very good. Her analysis is top shot. I just can't sit up there and watch a person. It looks like a woman, but sounds like Crypto Blood. You got a deep voice. I just can't do it. But excellent debate, if you want to call it that. And they both brought up great points, but it was over micro strategies and whether or not it's a Ponzi scheme. And what have I told you guys for a year and a half, 2 years? I've been listen, I've been shouting this from the mountaintop. Micro strategy will be the reason Bitcoin gets slaughtered price wise in the short run. It's going to be one of the biggest washouts in Bitcoin's history. Maybe not percentage wise, but capital wise, like nominal dollars as far as how much the market cap drops. I believe, and the guy Andy was hitting on all the points that I had been saying over the last 2 years. I'm like, dude, is this guy? He's not. He's smart, dude. He's like an ex Bear Stearns trader, so he knows the stuff too. So, but I was just saying, like, it's not about Bitcoin dropping. It's the fact that Bitcoin has to forever go up for essentially the Ponzi scheme to sustain itself. And that's where the danger is. You can't have a flat period with MicroStrategy's strategy. The price of Bitcoin has to forever go up, and it can't. It can go down a little bit, but if it goes down and it stays down, they're in trouble, man. They're in trouble. Now, they were able to articulate it a little bit more technical than I was, because they were like talking about a MAV or NAV, negative NAV. And that's the part that I didn't really know technically, but that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, like, yeah, like, you can't have a negative NAV or a NAV under 1, because it unfolds the whole Ponzi scheme. And that's what it is. It's a straight Ponzi scheme. Mr. Alden is definitely hiding something. My God, blockchain report. I saw you guys streaming the other day. I was going to tease you guys and drop a comment, but I was in the middle of something. I don't forget what I was doing, but yeah, I saw you guys streaming the other day, man. Shout out to Blockchain Report for supporting Crypto Blood, the Red Nugent. We're just talking shit today, guys, because I have no free trades for you. I have no. Now I can. Let's go through this though. I can show you some of my personal algo trades that's going on right now as we speak. Again, all short. I'm short on all my cryptos here. So very good morning. In the money, and I can tell you what I'm short. I'm actually short here, guys. Solana, I'm up big, 200% on that. Ethereum, I'm up 116 or 162 on that short. BNB up 111. Sui up 48%. XRP up 26% on margin. So we can run. I'm not in a BNB for some. I mean a Bitcoin for some reason. What the hell is that about? I should be in a Bitcoin trade. Let me just double check something really quickly. Let's look at the log. No, I'm not in a Bitcoin trade. I think I'm using a different version of my algo on this particular one. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not in a Bitcoin trade. I am going to be with the new, oh man, y'all, the new system, the new version of my algo that I'm working on right now. I added this thing called, and this is on the 1 minute. This is a 1 minute chart. I added this thing. I'm phrasing it. I'm branding it as just a turbo mode. Okay, turbo mode, and I'll show you. Give you a sneak peek today since we don't have any trades. I can go live with and monitor right now. Let me see if I can bring this up really quickly. Is that it? I think this is it. Let's get this out the way. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. You guys are tuning in. We got wisdom bars in the house, my guy. I'm a Bitcoin bull, but yeah, it's done. Yeah, it's done, bro. I love Bitcoin as far as the tech. The tech is phenomenal. You know, I love it. But Wall Street is ruining this asset class as far as investable asset class, like the price of it and all that. It's being taken over by Wall Street. This is why I don't. You see, I don't stream anymore about this news and Sui doing this and Ethereum upgrade coming and blah blah blah. All this stuff means absolutely nothing as of right now. It's all speculative. So I'm just gonna stream my trades, stream making money trading, and that's just the end of it. I'm exhausted from years of, you know, wanting to see this industry really take off and see some real use cases hit mainstream and hit critical mass, and it's just not happening. Only critical mass thing that's happening is stable coins, and we all know the MO on stable coins. It's literally a mechanism in which the government can use to have you and I essentially buy T-bills through proxy of these companies. You know, like Circle and Tether, and I'm sure there are going to be other USD stablecoin issuers coming out, but it really is, you know, that doesn't do anything for us, really. You know, so this turbo thing. So let me just show you this really quickly. I got a turbo section that I'm working on right now. But so if you see, let me get my big head out the way. So without turbo, you see these like extended drawdown periods and very low profitability. But when you turn turbo on, it turbo and the name says it all. It goes from $750 to $7,000 of profits in the same time period. I'm still working on it, but it does, because I'm having some issues with it on Bitcoin. I have to tweak some things. The way Bitcoin behaves, I have to tweak some things and filter out for Bitcoin a special exception for Bitcoin, the way I have my algo design. But yeah, turbo mode definitely makes a difference. And this is a 90-day, no turbo and turbo. I just look at 90-day. Here's the thing about this backtesting stuff. Like, I'm not all that convinced, or I should say confident, in TradingView's backtesting reliability. But I just use it as a slight gauge to kind of get a feel for what's going on if I run this 90 days. But a scalping system like that I have developed on Sui and all these other ones, I'm not looking for it to stay profitable like a system where it's just I create it and then it just stays profitable indefinitely. No, that doesn't. With scalping, very rarely are you able to get a scalping system that you just set it and forget it, and you don't have to update it and fine tune it over time as market conditions change. You have to do that. Now, the swing trading, the hedge fund, yeah, you want the hedge fund signal or strategy. The hedge fund strategy, I need that to be more reliable. I need that to be more consistent and predictable as far as the performance longer term, because that is one that I want to be able to continually run for a few years without having to really heavily modify anything. Okay, so that's how you approach that. But for the Scalpalytics, this is what you're paying me for. Of course, predefined parameters and setups for Solana, Bitcoin, BNB, ETH, Sol. I just said Sol. Sui, XRP. That's what you're paying me for, to keep up to date on these types of, you know, tweaks. But these two, no, these are longer term. This one is you manually trade yourself, but the moon signals, lunar, that's manual. And I keep saying I'm going to do a video, and I will this weekend. I'm going to do it. I should have some time. Do an updated tutorial video on Bloodalytics, because some things have changed since the last time I did one. Like the tooltip, very useful tooltip we now have implemented. Okay, I'll be improving that going forward as well. Nice tooltip that gives you details on how far you are from take profits and blah blah blah. All right, but all in all, man, we are heavily short right now in these markets. Bitcoin, let's go back to the main chart. Bitcoin is it's having a little issue here. Having a little issue. AI says the top is in, the top is rock. You know the rest. I tend to agree with them, but you just never know, man. We're in the end days of this capitalistic market and this reign of the U.S. And you know they might do any and everything. They're gonna Weimar Germany this bad boy. I mean, you print to oblivion. I mean, dollar gonna be a paper towel that you wipe your ass with. That's how bad it's gonna get. They're gonna print this bad boy until they can't print anymore. And with that being said, assets like Bitcoin, stocks, gold will go up. Will go up. But what happens between now and then? I think you do get one more washout. I think you get another big crash in equities and stocks. And you're damn sure if those crash, you know crypto's going to get slaughtered. That's the one I'll be yelling from the rooftop again about loading the boat. This is your last chance to really get in. I think we're going to get that chance. Whether we go, and I tweeted this, you can have your 120 Bitcoin, $120,000 Bitcoin. You can have it. I'll see you at 60. Whether we go higher first before we go lower, or we go lower first before going higher, we're going to go lower. End of days, people been saying it for decades. I'll believe it when there's mass chaos in the streets. And you're going to get mass chaos in the streets, bro, because when I say end of days, not like end of the civilization, but I think you're going to get like the social contract is going to break. And what do I mean by social contract? The social contract is going to break, and I gotta blame AI. I'm gonna have to blame AI for this. Social contract is going to break, and it's going to be because of AI. You already got these Gen Zs going to college and coming out. They ain't got nowhere to work. Can't get a job in their field for nothing. All the entry-level jobs being eliminated by AI. That's just a start. Your mid-level, junior, senior level jobs are going to get eliminated too. A lot of them. So what happened? Like, there is no social net. The social contract is going to break, and it's going to cause all hell and all chaos. AI said I'm still 95% out of Bitcoin. Past 5 months, I made 1,100 in Bitcoin from mining. Yes, I remember, and I'm out of Bitcoin as well. I am not that high. I'm about 70% out of just cryptos, period. And I'm just trading right now. But I remember you doing this, making this move, AI Griff, and I thought it was a good move. You got to know when to fold them, man. Like, you can't because if you don't have an exit plan, you won't exit ever. You just keep moving the goalposts. So those that didn't have an exit plan when we were at 60, 70,000 and we got to 100,000 and you say you were gonna sell at 100,000, take some profits, you didn't. Now you're at 121, we're at 117. Did you take any profits? No. You're doing the micro strategy move. You're just buying and frying. You're just buying and getting fried, baby. Because if you don't have an exit strategy, you won't ever exit. And you'll be left holding the bag at the end of the day. It's about accumulating more sats. So you got to be savvy and nimble with that, in my opinion. I'm lightweight joking about the end of the days not being here. But honestly, yeah, the end of days is not going to look like what people think. It's going to be joblessness, dollar devaluation, homes too much. So check on dollar, on joblessness, check on dollar devaluation, check on homes too much. We're in the day. And the fact that there's no regulation for AI in situations that it's get out of control, Terminator, RoboCop in real time coming soon. I think the robo situation is maybe 10 years out, 15 years out, as far as being an issue, in my opinion. Could be wrong. I'm more talking about the social contract being broken because people literally won't have a job. There is no, it's called what's the term they use for unemployment when it's permanent? Structural unemployment. There's literally going to be tens of millions of people structurally unemployed. Tens of millions, maybe 50 million, 60, upwards of a third of America. And I can't speak on other countries around the world, but a lot of people becoming structurally unemployed. And that means when they lose their job, they have nowhere to turn to get another job with the skill sets that they have. It's just, it's done data. It's a dead end road. So I think that's where we're headed. And I've been talking about this for years. Been talking about it for years. So that's where we are, guys. Short across the board. Been short since this morning. Caught this leg down. I'm hoping that we do break below the entry point that we had on the new moon, which was 116.782. That zone where you see that green line going across. We break that, and really if we break this area right here above it, that's a prerequisite for us to break this zone. And then if we do that, next area will maybe 115 500 for a bounce. If we can't keep that, then we go back down to 110. So 110 might be a play, a bounce, short term. Facts on the AI though: structural unemployment in another Great Depression, way worse than 1920s. Yes, Smitty, you're on point. You're on point. You are on point. But that's it, ladies and gents. Again, Bloodalytics, new website, redesign, much more informative and clear and concise. Sign up today. Cancel anytime, month to month on the Moonalytics and Scalpalytics. 3-month packages for the hedge fund because you need more room, need more breathing room for that one. Guys have any questions, hit me up on X at CryptoBlood_. That's pretty much where you can find me. I don't answer no Instagram DMs. I'm not on Instagram ever. I hate Instagram, actually, to be quite honest with you. And you can find me here on YouTube. All right, your boy CryptoBlood. Don't forget, subscribe to me on Rumble. Shout out to everybody on Rumble. watching right now. All 3 of you. I'm over 1,000 followers, but you know we gotta get them views up over on Rumble. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely hook up with BH, big homie, on Off the Grid and the Maverick approach. 2 great content creators, selling the truth, man. Selling the truth. So we're Crypto Blood. I'm out here, people. How?
Yeah, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, stacking my coin, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, cash. Since I was born, been stacking my coin. These niggas pop, my money keep growing. The girl is a dot, she all on my groin. She blowing my horn, we fuck like porn. These rappers is whack, they lyrics is corn. I'm getting this money, they never get born. I'm loading my strap, they calling law. Fuck around and you clap for running your jaw. If it ain't about the dollars, then it don't make sense. Got me sipping brown water, but it ain't from Flint. Trying to chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live.
Okay.